I don't know where we lost you.
After you get up to the and that's when we lost you.
Okay. So we went and we parked across from Navy Pier and we went down, walked down Navy Pier. We walked mostly inside because it was like frigid cold. And we passed the Ferris wheel and I was like, I want to go, like, do you want to go? I asked him if he wanted to go on the Ferris wheel. And we decided we'd do it later. Maybe like when it was getting dark so we could see the city lights.
Sure, that's why.
And and so anyway, we walked to the very end and we got a couple pictures down there and then we walked all the way back inside again because it was cold. And we decided to go skating. Oh, then we had to go get the ice skates out of the car. And so we got the skates and then walked like 10 blocks down to the what's this, Skate on State. And
you walked to skate on State from Navy Pier?
Yes.
It was a good walk. We got
it was a good walk.
It was
yeah,
good.
You did.
I had like 15,000 steps today. So yeah, Santa.
That's gotta count for something.
And so we got there. We skated for a while. We saw a couple people from school, which is cool. And then when we were done there, we walked back to Navy Pier, where we decided to go on the Ferris wheel then. I guess that's when we decided. And we had dinner around there sometime.
Danielle actually wanted to have ice cream first. I was like, no,
yeah, we passed the Haagen-Dazs.
And then if you want ice cream, we can have ice cream.
We passed the wonderful, marvelous Haagen-Dazs ice cream, which I absolutely adore. And I was like, Eddie, like, I'll buy it. You don't have to buy it. I'll buy it. And he's like, let's do it afterwards. And so we went and got tickets for the Ferris wheel. There was like absolutely nobody else on it except for one couple that got off right before we got on. We got on, and when we got the tickets, Eddie was like, "You should." He's like, "These would make something good for a scrapbook." Which, like, Eddie's not totally into scrapbooking, so maybe that should have alerted me to something. So we got that, and we went. As we were walking up the ramp, Eddie's like, "I'm really excited about this ride." And then I thought, oh, I wonder if he's going to do it. But then I thought, like, I mean, I don't know. You know, I just thought that, but I didn't actually think anything was happening, I don't think. Anyway, so we passed the sign that said, this ride takes 7 minutes or whatever. So I thought if he is going to do something, he's got to do it in 7 minutes because that's all we got. And so we got on and then we were going up, and, you know, looking at the beautiful city or whatever, and Eddie told me how much he loved me, and then he, like, started moving down onto his knee. Well, he said he had something to ask me, and I was like, you're joking. I was like, no, like, you know,
serious?
Even if you think it's coming, it's still, like, the biggest shock of your life. Like, this is not my engagement. And anyway, it was just like, it was perfect because it was us, and that's like a special spot because we've gone, we like Navy Pier, we were there all the time, and I wanted just something special that wasn't like, oh my word, like, we've never done this in our lives, and it was like, I would know if Eddie took me, you know, on some weird picnic up in the mountains or something, because he's never done that before. So this was a surprise. He was like, hey, Steven did that.
Oops, sorry, Steve. Those are great too.
Not it's wrong, but I just, you know, wanted something
Rachel's like,
special.
hey, wait a minute.
And so, anyway, he asked me to marry him, and, oh wait, how did you?
Said, will you marry me?
You said, will you marry me? And I said, yes.
You said,
and then I was like, do you have a ring? Because he, like, hadn't even pulled the ring out, and I had not seen a ring or a box anywhere. And I didn't see it in his hand. I was like, surely if he's going to ask me to marry him. I was like, I honestly did occur to me that he might not have a ring, but he was asking me. I don't know why.
Cheapskate, she said.
So anyway, then he was like, yes, I do, and he pulled it out. But at first he had grabbed the wrong hand, but I switched it right away when I realized that.
Like, oh, it's the wrong hand, so then I stopped.
When he started going down, he grabbed the wrong hand, and I was in disbelief, switching hands for him. And so, anyway, so I said yes, and then he's like, well, yeah. Then we're engaged. We're like, you're my fiance, and it was like so weird. But it was very sweet, and then we were going down, like, pretty soon we were almost down at the bottom. it just seemed to go 7 minutes passed by quickly. So, I mean, he probably did that so he didn't have to agonize and draw it out really long. And so we got down to the bottom and I asked the guy, because we were like the only ones on the Ferris wheel, I said, can we go around again? And he said, it sounded like he thought about it. He was like, no, we're not allowed to do that. And I almost flashed this beautiful rock in front of his face and said, but you don't understand, I'm engaged. But anyway, so we got off and we asked him to take a picture, which I'm not quite sure if he had ever used a camera before. It kind of seemed new to him, but we got a couple pictures there. And then I kept my glove off for a little while, but the ring is just a tad bit loose and I didn't want to lose it, so I put my glove on. And then we went to the car and that's what we did. And then we came back. Eddie kind of got lost in Chicago on the way back, which he's never really done before when we're like, not like that. We were just like so in a fog and everything that we weren't really paying attention, so we like got lost for a little while. He's always really good at directions down there. I'm always quite amazed, but.
Well, congratulations. We're very, very happy for you.
wait.
Thank you.
And we're gonna get married next week.
It's already
You're going to get married next week?
Yep.
Cool.
That's what we thought.
Do you know when? Have you thought about
Sometime in August, Lord willing.
it?
Yeah.
August.
August, it has to be, we have no idea because it has to be after Eddie gets out. And we don't want it to be like the day, after Eddie gets off of work. And it has to be before all of the GAs and faculty have to report, which is going to be very tricky because, like,